Double-digit losses. Taking a look at the starting lineups. Bird and Lloyd in the backcourt. Clark, Stewart, Howard round out the front court for Stewart and Swords to jump it up. And game 2 is underway.
You see Danielle Robinson defending Jewel Lloyd. That is what Vegas did in the second half of game 1 after Jewel Lloyd started going off.
And Bird begins. McCautry dishes. Asia Wilson can't hit, but Robinson left alone.
In game 1, you heard Holly Rowe talk about it, are very makeable shots for her. Vegas does not need to change much the looks that she's getting, and we that in game 1.
Lloyd had 28 points in game 1. Wilson able to get to the window that time and nearly threw it away. McBride able to grab it. 6 to shoot. The entry to Wilson. Wilson raises up and puts it.
Great position to be able to take one dribble or none and score.
Bird, beautiful lead feed, and Alicia Clark
will live with that. That's a shot they want Vegas taking.
Robinson just 16% in her career from 3. Howard was given a runway and lays it to the floor in the early going. Wilson with Bird shading and Lloyd able to poke it away. McBride though with a chance, banks in a 3. As it's going to stay here with Seattle.
You see the attention that Asia Wilson gets the second she puts the ball on the floor, and McBride left open.
So, you know, regression to the mean and play again, Rebecca. Angel gets stood up by Stewart, then threw it to Bird. Vegas turns it over. Here comes Howard down the lane off the Bird feed, lays it. Robinson will take another jumper, but that one goes down.
Hit a couple mid-range shots. She is most dangerous in transition or when she gets downhill. Always a bonus for Vegas if she can hit jumpers.
Bird, a 3 is good. Here's Bird using a big screen from Stewart. No look to Clark in the corner. Connects on a 3. Alicia Clark led the WNBA.
Had a chance to set up and get the right matchups on the right players.
Wilson can't hit. Swords the offensive rebound and the putback. And yeah, I mean, outstanding to see that reaction. And LeBron, of course, in his 17th season as well. He'll be playing in the finals on ABC later tonight as Vegas turns it over.
This whole time that this is happening, Natasha Howard, you see her right there on the bottom of the screen calling for the ball to be reversed. The way Vegas is defending, they are going to overload one side of the floor. You need to move to the second side.
Howard sneaks into the lane and finishes. A 20-13 lead for Seattle. Shot clock down to 2. Robinson was able, just doesn't have those same opportunities. Howard, center of the lane, the hook, rolls in. Everybody on Seattle getting involved.
Cannon in on the post as the defender on Natasha Howard, and she's got skills in there. She can feel very comfortable, in particular, going to this right-handed hook. This is her move.
Stewart the rebound. Stewart has it poked away. Cannon trying to get back to it, and does. Young gives it up. Rogers hits the 3, and wow, does Las Vegas need that? Sugar Rogers had been 1 of 18 from 3 over her last 10 games.
0 for 9 in the playoffs from 3.
Lloyd hits the 3 with 26 first quarter points, and Brianna Stewart hasn't scored yet in the quarter.
Remarkable, and Seattle scores well. As you see Asia Wilson to get out in transition or change sides of the floor multiple times, they can get Vegas in a shifting defense that makes it more difficult for them. And there you go, Rob.
She scored now.
So here, there was a screen that sent a switch.
And another turnover from Las Vegas. That is going to be their 4th of the quarter, but they'll get it back. And Cannon.
And, you know, getting the defensive rebounds cleaned up. They've gotten a few offensive boards for points. And honestly, like, our turnovers are leading to their...
Sue Bird, Brianna Stewart, or Jewel Lloyd on the floor. This is a prime time for Vegas to make a run.
Russell snacks at halftime.
I do.
It's too hot. 2 minutes into the second quarter, McCautry finally gets her first field goal. It's in.
That's the beauty of Angel McCautry. She knows she hasn't been getting the touches she wants, so she'll just bring it down herself.
Stewart's jumper is good. Just
pass it into the post, and Brianna Stewart, I mean, this is a contested shot, but
8 of 12 overall when guarded by Wilson.
Her length allows her to make difficult shots.
Wilson spins and finishes. Beautifully done by the MVP.
Wilson has been doing a nice job. The dig isn't there. She's surrounded by bodies. She knows when the double is coming. It's coming a little bit late.
Bird back in for Seattle. Finds Clark on a three. To adjust to that mentally.
They were just coming later. They were coming on the dribble versus on the catch in the Connecticut series.
That is going to be an offensive foul as Sue Bird took a shot.
Is it the nose again?
Oof. Felt like it was shoulder and head. I wonder if they'll take a look and see if this is anything more. Ooh. Clark turns and flips it in. Alicia Clark. She's 2 of 3 from deep in game 2 and 5 of 6 overall. Stewart catch, fire, and make from 3. This in this first half, picking up right where she left off in game 1. Cannon barrels in, pivots, and finishes. And foul against Vegas in the second quarter. There's De'Erica. De'Erica's daughter Maya, probably the MVP of the Wubble. And McBride. 4 to shoot. McBride, a deep one, short. Wilson, the offensive rebound, and the putback for Asia Wilson. Howard with 9 points. She's 4 of 5 from the floor. McCautry forces well.
Turns 12.
He does. I can't believe how big this guy's getting. That's Rebecca's son, in case, you need clarification. McBride gets the roll.
The Connecticut guards.
Lloyd denied by Wilson, then she saves it. Here comes Vegas in a 6-point game. Robinson in transition, finds the cutter, McCautry.
Quarter of game 1 where Vegas was able to get stops on the defensive end. What a block by Asia Wilson, and then turning it into points the other way. Here comes Vegas. Prince to get in front of Asia Wilson.
Bird can't hit that one either. An 8-1 Seattle run. Vegas run.
That formula and their identity is getting to the free throw line. Just 3 trips to the line in the first half. They've got to be more aggressive and get those foul calls.
Point Holly brings up too. This is a Vegas team that led the league in free throw attempts during the regular season. And McCautry again, exactly what McCautry finds Wilson center of the lane for 2, and Vegas has tied it as they. Clark dipping around, McCautry shovels it in with the quarter. That tie was the first time we had seen it so since it was 6-6. Robinson alone, sure.
Yeah, super player, but nice patience by Vegas.
50 to 50. Howard just blows right by.
If you can get Carolyn Swords in a closeout with Natasha Howard.
And it's something Holly pointed out, specifically with Stewart and Wilson off the top of the show, as Vegas its first lead since it was 11-10. But it's the difference in minutes that these teams have played in these playoffs. Vegas a lot more tread on the tires, but showing plenty of bounce here in the third as Angel lays it in. And it's a 3-point Vegas lead.
And this is how Vegas made their push in game 1 in the third quarter. Getting out in transition. Nice screen by Natasha Howard that can free up Sue Bird if a big is going to switch out on her.
Bird connects on a 3.
Possessions, it looked like miscommunication for them defensively.
10 points, 8 assists for Sue Bird. She had a finals record 16 in game 57 all. A little more than 4 minutes into the third quarter. Wilson, that's a deep catch and an easy bucket for Clark. Good movement into Howard. Howard dipping around Wilson. Opportunity for Seattle. Bird, no look. Clark extra feed. Stewart got it on a 3. Starts hitting shots and it can snowball quickly. but it's not necessarily exciting from three-point range.
And stepping into her shot confidently, you see how quick her release is, how important she can be if she can continue to hit from deep.
Stewart continues to hit from deep. Stewart is up to 18 points. She's 5 of 7 from 3. McBride this time run off by Lloyd, hits the lead.
Vegas will run sets for McBride to run off screens. Jewell Loyd trying to stay with her, but McBride's going off.
How about Howard? Points, 7 of 8 shooting for Howard. Pass in 2 close quarters, stolen by Stewart, flipped to Lloyd, 2-on-1. Clark goes up with it, and
the hot hand, put your best defender on her.
Robinson flips it underneath, and Cannon lays her 5th. Canada blazing into the lane, and Wilson.
A'ja Wilson's done a nice job this game, coming in from the help side a couple of times to block.
Saying, oh, my bad, just, trying to make sure it didn't result in any technical foul. Lloyd on the offensive glass puts it. Cannon working Stewart again with the beautiful footwork. Oh, not that time. Russell taps it alive. She was 1-on-3 and won the boarding battle, and now rewarded for it by Clark. Traffic, couldn't squeeze it in. Russell the rebound. 2-for-1 opportunity for Seattle. Stewart's pull-up is good. Well, interestingly, you look at the stat sheet through 3 quarters. Each team is 30 of 54 from the floor. That changes right there with the
3 times. It's a team that led the league in free throw attempts this season.
Usually in the mid-20s. That's Rogers. Prince. Dishes. Canada into the lane. Lays it in. Good. Breaking it out. Good hands, McCautry the steal. Clark is down. Angel on the move, gets denied by Stewart. Her jumper is good. Howard getting ready to check back in for Seattle. Canada shovels it up and in.
Great effort and energy, though, once again by Emma Cannon.
Nice finds, Canada to Russell. Howard on the tip. Take a look at the balance here from Seattle. 20 for Stewart, 17 for Howard.
6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
Stewart waiting to check in for Seattle. Lloyd, a 3 is good.
Jewell Loyd coming off a really nice screen by Mercedes Russell.
A really nice afternoon. And Stewart fell down for a moment. It caught the attention of everybody, but play continued. And now Clark comes up with a steal. And a 3 from Emma Cannon.
Side of the floor, give her the ball, and then, oh, good shot.
Stewart, good look to a cutting Howard who lays it. Robinson can't finish. Wilson spinning. Lot of contact, and finally McCautry cleans it up.
Those are 2 very interesting play-ons.
4th quarter of a finals game. Bird in the corner, another 3. That won't go. Cannon again.
Cannon got the second look.
Clark tiptoeing behind the line and burying a 3.
Understand it.
Do you understand it now?
Yeah, I don't agree with it.
Bird, another 3. You bet. Sue Bird with 16 points and 10 assists. And barring a basketball miracle for Las Vegas, Seattle is going to be 1 win away from its 4th championship at the end of this. During game 1 was the gap between titles. Sue Bird already holds that record for the WNBA, 14 years between.
Players will feel better as they look to get a win in game 3.
Young floats it in, including being down 16 in game 5 against a very physical opponent who had playoff experience. As Canada hits another jumper. So do not count the aces out. There's Rogers, who is down to avoid it. Rogers can't hit. The Seattle Storm are 1 win away from their 4th title.